My father had already come in 1959, and my mum followed him, and they, of course, wanted me to come to join them. So in 1962, I came, and it was just prior to Jamaican independence, which is very interesting. So I came as a migrant. I didn't come as an immigrant, because I was just moving from one part of Britain in the Caribbean to another part of Britain in the UK. And when I came, my sister had just been born, so it was all fantastic, but it was all very alien territory. It was like going to the moon. I came with another child. We were only very small and very young when we came, so we were accompanied by an air hostess, and she was one of the first white individuals that I'd seen. So that was quite fascinating as a young child.
To grow up, to be forefront, if you like, in terms of organising these incredible celebrations you have planned for this week to mark the anniversary of Windrush. Just talk to us about some of those plans.
And that's a great question, because I'm fascinated with the whole cultural development in Britain. We've got a great and diverse culture in Britain. It's one of the most fascinating places in the world, particularly in London, but not exclusively in London. I had a chat with a colleague at the Museums Association, and I discovered that there's 2,500 museums in Britain. So that's 2,500 stories that are being told in different ways. But do you know how many black museums there are? None. And do you know how many Windrush museums there are? None. So you can imagine, I spend a lot of the time at the Tate and V&A and the Barbican and all of these exuberant museums and galleries. That's what I do with my life. But I thought, how come there isn't a Windrush museum? And that's what really inspired me to actually fund the Windrush Museum. And I'm just totally inspired by the fact that so many people now have caught this vision of this National Windrush Museum, and the fact that it can act as a kind of crucible for the legacy of their parents, the Windrush generation, the Windrush pioneers, and of course, for the young people, looking ahead at the future so that they can tell their stories. It is about positivity and being optimistic. It's about my grandson, when he goes to an institution and he said, look, Granddad, I want to be in here. He wants to see himself reflected in these museums. So, it's not just about the black community, it's about Britain and British culture in general.